General thoughts on the Frogans, Denims, the Caprice, Sunni, Poppy bands. The reality is I'm probably not going to be happy with any of it. But there's like, this should be a video, I think. Ban philosophy. So here's like a thing to think about. In my mind, ban philosophy is as follows. The reason why you punish people is usually to correct behavior. The reason why uneven enforcement is bad is because people don't actually know what they're allowed to do, right? The goal behind any good punishment system is that you want to have people that are trying their best to stay within the rules can easily do so, right? If you know what the rules are and you're trying your best to stay inside the rules, you shouldn't break the rules, right? And if people do break the rules, you want them to understand exactly the rule they've broken, that they have broken a rule, and that they'll avoid it in the future, right? Because at least to some extent they agree with the rules on the platform. And then if a person continues to operate in such a way that they're violating rules that are clearly understandable, relatively evenly enforced, then you don't want this person on your platform because you've decided these are rules that we need to abide by on this platform, and I don't want you here anymore, which is fair. The problem with the Twitch bans is if you get banned from a platform and you are saying things like, oh, this ban is bullshit. I didn't even do anything wrong. Fuck this. This is bullshit. I can't believe this. This is bullshit. Like, we did blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, well, so either you don't understand the ban, in which case Twitch has failed to make it clear to you, or you don't regret the action and you're likely to do it again, in which case you should either just be permanently banned or like if you do get banned again, it should be a perma. And the thing is, who deleted that in my YouTube chat? Ivan, why'd you delete that guy's message? So the thing is that if you're doing a thing that's clearly bad and everybody can see that it's bad, and then Twitch bans you for it, a significant ban, a 30-day ban because it's bad, and then you're on Twitter saying like, huh, what a bullshit ban. I think this is stupid. It's like, wait, well then why the fuck are you even on this platform? You shouldn't even be here. Somebody said, so a not confirmed Houthi is bad, but Fuentes is okay. Neither of those statements are true. I have never said that it's bad to have a Houthi on stream, and I've never said that it's okay to have Nick Fuentes on stream. What I talk about is responsible platforming. If you do bring somebody on stream that has views that are contradictory to values that you have, then you should probably be ready to challenge those views. So if you want to platform somebody extreme, like Nick Fuentes, or like a guy purporting to be a Houthi warrior, then you should push back against those views, unless you agree with them, in which case you platform when you agree with them. The issue with Hasan platforming the Houthi, I need to make a tweet about this, fuck. The issue with Hasan platforming the Houthi is that Hasan agrees with all the Houthis' views. Hasan is a terrorist supporter. He celebrates when Israeli people or Jewish people are killed or murdered. Same thing with Americans as well. And he supports and celebrates the actions of terrorists, as long as those terrorists are killing white people, Jewish people, which is wild to me. Yeah. What do you think the argument that Gen 6 isn't as important as standard electoral issues, since the ability to stage a coup is an illegitimate use of power, which is able to be challenged? I mean, what? No, the whole point of coups is that you can't challenge them if they work. You're just the leader again. Destiny, not necessarily true. There can be a fuck around and find out ban also, where you have clearly stepped far over the line, even if it's a long period after. Well, but I mean, like, if you fuck around and find out, you're either knowingly breaking the rule or you are... Or the rule's just not clear. I'm so curious, how does anyone follow Hasan? He seems incredibly radical, yet he's able to garner so many viewers. What is he doing right in that regard? The issue is that when you've been inundated with a certain media environment, it's just easy for you to believe so many crazy things. And if you've watched Hasan for a long time, you're in that media environment, so you believe a lot of crazy things. Fuck. I need to tweet this so that Ethan's fans understand, and it's just always good to call this out. So by that logic, do you either, 1, not understand the ban that was applied to you, or 2, you understand but disagree with the ban? My understanding for the ban that was applied to me was that I don't believe that it was a good ban because I didn't say that all trans people are subhuman. I think that if I had said that all trans people are subhuman, then I think that the ban is fair because it's trans people, whatever. However, if I was banned because my language was reckless and I should be more careful when calling out people that I'm fighting with so that it doesn't sound one way, I can understand that. Then that would be like, because I usually put that on my appeals, where it's like, I understand that even though I might not have intended for a thing to be said this way, that an audience could theoretically hear it in this way, and that I need to be more careful about it in the future. That makes sense to me, I guess, yeah. But it depends on what the ban is for, I guess. But I don't actually know what my ban is for. I've only heard like what people inside the Twitch and that are now outside have told me what is listed in the database. So, have you appealed recently? No, I think it's coming up in a month. I didn't know my appeals were being sent to Cairo though. So, Destiny really has turned his community into a full-blown cult. It's always funny that people say that, and then you guys come from cults. But you know, don't you think it's counterproductive to not tell people why they are banned if the purpose is to correct the behavior? How can people adjust if they don't even know what they did wrong? Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird. That's why I don't understand why you wouldn't communicate that to people, because a platform should want their users to clearly understand the rules. And the reason why is because you want your people that are trying to follow the rules, right? So if the rules are clear and somebody's breaking them, it makes it easier to ban them. It's like, okay, well, you don't care about staying within the guidelines of the platform, then fuck you. But if your rules are unclear and you've got partners who are getting banned who, if they would have known otherwise, wouldn't have done a particular thing, then it's like, oh, okay. Now you're like shooting yourself in the foot, I think. What if you don't tell people so they have to be extra careful and brand safe all the time? Then just make that your rule. Again, you should never be, what you don't want to do as a platform, to succeed as a platform, is you don't want to be banning people who would remain within the rules if they knew the rules. Because now you're like banning people for no reason. And you're engendering bad will between you and your talent, and you're hurting your platform, right? Unbanning you from the platform right now from Twitch's perspective would look like they gave in to a strong arm, which is why it's unlikely to happen anytime soon. I don't think they're thinking about that at all. I just don't think they'd unban me because I don't think any of the moderation stuff there likes me. I don't think that'll ever happen. Do you think Hasan was always this radical or always had this in him? Was it a radicalization event, or was it just the path clout chasing? It might be that you start off clout chasing or grifting, and then eventually you start to significantly, or you start to legitimately believe it, maybe. Your performance on Israel-Palestine on January 6th is by far the best of I've ever seen. Have you been doing significantly more research on those topics? Yeah, I started Vyvanse this year, so I can read way more into all of these like sources and original like primary documents and stuff. Say you get unbanned, do you think that Hasan would pull back some of his radical views in response since he's so clout-driven, or is it a case of just double down / continues? Who knows how Hasan would respond? It would be very difficult for him. It would be very difficult for Hasan to respond because, you know, he tries to ignore me as much as possible, but it would be a lot harder if I was on the platform. And I don't know, because of the way that he's kind of changed his networking, I don't know if he could keep me gated out of other communities now. Like before, he would tell people that he wouldn't do any events with me. He didn't want to be in any mutual spaces with me. So then once he got bigger than me, I started to get like cut out of all those areas because like all the OTK guys and stuff just wanted to do, obviously you want to like maximize viewership, and like, you know, Hasan is like doing his best to network with everybody. But I don't know now if he's as close to any of those people. So yeah. Also, I think in my mind, the biggest reason why Hasan would never get banned from Twitch is if Twitch were to ban him, I think it would have to be a 2-week ban, at least. It couldn't be like 1 day or 3 days, because then what are you banning him for 1 day or 3 days for? So it'd be either 2 weeks or 30 days, and Twitch won't do anything that would make Hasan miss the election, because Hasan probably messaged Dan and told him that if you ban me and I miss the election, I will kill myself, and I'll put you on my suicide note, and my whole fan base will come after you. So I don't think that there's no shot that Hasan gets banned over the election season. It won't happen. Do you think getting banned from Twitch was good for your brand in the long run? Obviously, it sucked at the time, but you seem to have grown a lot since. It's hard to say. Who knows? Would you even stream on Twitch in case of an unban after all the bullshit, or would you just stick to... I mean, it'd be nice to stream there again. I don't know how commonly I would. The nicest things is that I would be able to collab with other content creators, and there would be another voice on that platform to push back against the kind of anti-American pro-terrorism stuff that Amazon condones with Hasan. So, for instance, like... me being banned from Twitch hurts. It hurts me a little bit, obviously, but it also hurts anybody that would ostensibly be on my side politically. For instance, when I am talking to Dylan Burns, or when I'm talking to I'm Really Important, does Josiah stream on Twitch? When I'm talking to any of these guys that are on my political side, they have to kill their whole stream to come and talk to me, because I can't talk with them while they're on Twitch. Yeah, just it hurts them a lot. So if I wasn't banned, then they wouldn't have to kill their streams and lose all their viewership just to have a conversation with me. Yeah. Do you think Dan Clancy has received any disciplinary from Amazon execs? My guess would be, this is just a guess, I don't think Dan Clancy could ever get disciplined I think if he got held accountable for this, I think he would have to step down. It's hard to imagine. Like, we saw there was extreme anti-Semitic behavior that was going on across the entirety of the Twitch platform. So we decided to discipline the CEO. I feel like he would either have to step down or it would just be nothing at all. That'd be my guess. Are you able to say the internal reason for your ban? I've said it a million times. It's because when I was arguing with people on Twitter, I said, I feel like the trans community on Twitter is subhuman. And they said that comment could be interpreted as attacking all trans people or calling all trans people as subhuman. That was supposedly that's what's notated in my file. I've been told that by like, I think 5+ people at this point. So maybe, but I mean, I can't verify that or confirm it 100%. So Hasan's biggest superpower against you is portraying you as a spiteful, unemotional, contrarian political freak. The way I got rid of this notion is by actually watching content. Oh, yeah. Shit. I was going to watch that. I need to tweet this out. Fuck. And there's a video that I need as well. People should be aware that Hasan operates in a very specific manner in order to, because he's done this with other people, but I see him doing it to Ethan now, in order to denigrate his political opposition. You can retroactively and prospectively apply this formula. He will always follow it. Guaranteed. Step 1. Never, ever, ever watch a reasonable amount of content from the person criticizing you. This allows Hasan to misrepresent your opponent's, or how about we say misrepresent the opposing view to a ridiculous extent. E.g., if someone criticizes you, for liking pineapple on pizza, responding to the argument as though they said you hate all fruit. What, am I just not allowed to eat any fruit, man? LOL. Only attack the straw man version of the opposition's argument. If you do debate anyone about the position, it is never, ever the original person holding the position. And it is only people who you feel you can outmaneuver. I can't spell that word. Fuck. Maneuver? In a conversation. Such as in Hasan's case, a 16-year-old Israeli or a commentary YouTuber about Israel-Palestine. The point of this rhetorical strategy, it shields your fan base. It shields Hasan's fan base. Oh, 5. There's 5 is really important too. When the opposition becomes increasingly frustrated with your poor articulation of their argument, plus your takedown of strawman versions of their argument, call them crazy, obsessed, unhinged, etc., and pretend you don't even really care about the topic. Point of this rhetorical strategy is that it shields Hasan's fan base from ever seeing the original criticism and allows him to respond to a straw man version of the argument that people believe was actually made. The fans will carry forward both the stupid straw man version of the argument and Hasan's response to it. Fuck. There was a specific video that I'm trying to think. There was like a 2-minute video on this where Hasan is doing this. I wish I could remember what 2-minute video I watched. Fuck. It was of Hasan talking about how, like, I think he was saying, like, this is why I'm not even going to watch a video, man. Can you give an opinion on what could happen hypothetically between now and election day to significantly swing people's view of Trump? I don't even know. I feel like at this point we're kind of in the final stretch.
Hello, once again.
Yeah, Destiny should be unbanned so he can call me out. Is a all the time. Who do you want? Like some fucking weirdo Nazi? Like,
oh wait, it might have been this video actually.
did you see this? I mean, yeah, I didn't.
Nobody. There's no. What's crazy is there's nobody on the entire platform to call him out. Nobody. They've all been banned. They've all been banned.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, Destiny should be unbanned so he can call me out is a crazy take. I don't recognize Ethan any longer. I'll be honest. Like who would call me out? Like right-wing shitheads? Like, what do you mean? Not only that, but I do get fucking yelled at all the time. Who do you want? Like some fucking weirdo.
Oh. Only attack strawman versions of your opposition argument. Lump the strawman argument in with other deplorable people, e.g., pretend your opposition is making the same argument against you that a Nazi, conservative, racist, etc. would make. That's a good one. It's part of this.
Oh, Nazi? Like, who? There's only one guy I think he means, and that's Destiny, which is crazy.
Nobody. There's not a single dissenting voice with his fucking straight up radical, anti-American, anti-Semitic fucking...
Bro, I can't believe this man went from dunking on Steven Crowder to saying Steven Crowder ass shit. He's anti-American, radical anti-American. Like, what's next, dude? Should I leave the country? Should I go back to my own country, dude?
Like, he's not addressing anything of substance, right?
The fuck is this? This is the reason why I didn't want to watch a single fucking clip of Ethan, because I feel like I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Okay, not because I'm like escaping accountability. Like, come on, dude.
Does anybody have like? Is there a streamable somewhere of this that's not like recorded in the most dog shit ass fucking quality ever?
Come the fuck on. You think I haven't heard these fucking talking points a million times over?
If you're going to present the case for why January 6th was uniquely bad as someone who has no knowledge of the detail, what piece of evidence do you think is the most convincing to make your argument? Maybe the whole electors plot, but the problem is everything needs so much background civics. Like, it's hard.
I know the fucking subreddit that you basically scraped these fucking bottom of the barrel talking points from. I know. I hear it all the time from his pathetic fucking fans that come in here and hit me with it every single fucking day. The real reason why I don't want to fucking watch these videos is because I don't want to like lean into the fucking mania that he is expressing every... He's possibly correct?
Oh, wait, thank you. Oh, wait, I think this might have been what I watched earlier. Oh, thank God. Wait, was it?
Do you not think he's possibly correct about anything, even partly? Aren't you literally doing exactly what he criticizes you, though? Do you think that that may be what he wants? Actually asking so you can think of it? Aren't you doing literally exactly what he criticizes you of, though? Yes, dude, you're right. I am. I am pro-terrorism, pro-China, pro-Russia. Yes, what he criticized me of is actually correct. You're right.
Wait.
What the fuck are you talking about? Just say what you mean. Just say what you think out of these criticisms.
Oh, wait, maybe not.
I'm going to be more disappointed than I already am. It doesn't fucking matter. He's going to probably clip this and fucking cry about that too.
That's basically this. Yeah.
Okay? That's why. Asmongold, that's a fucking person who disagrees with me. The ban, I watched the whole video and don't want you to be misinformed like him. Yeah, I know. I'm embellishing when I say, what does he want? Asmongold, that's a fucking person who disagrees with me.
I guess I can just quote tweet this guy. Fuck it.
But anything, even partly, aren't you literally doing exactly what he criticizes you, though? Do you think that may be what he wants? Actually asking so you can think of it?
Fuck, I don't know where Hasan's
Aren't you doing
right
literally exactly?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Again, my friends, an emergency Ethan Klein video is in order.
Oh, no.
Been talking a lot about my former co-host Hasan Piker and leveling some pretty serious criticism against him. I knew that he wasn't going to take it well and wasn't going to respond to any of the points made. And basically, it's turned out that I've been right about that. There's one clip, though, that I just saw on our subreddit that's especially kind of nefarious. This is the type of character assassination and propaganda that I think is really important to call out the minute it happens, to get ahead of it. This is also what would be especially good for fans of Hasan's, who's been listening to the podcast to help drive home some of the points that I've been making. So,
how would you fix Ethan's lighting here? Well, the issue is the shot is overexposed like crazy. I don't know if he's just shining a huge softbox light into the room, but there's so much light on this back wall. Camera exposure needs to be turned down. It's probably a webcam, would be my guess.
Here it is. Let's just go ahead and jump right in.
Did you see this? I mean, yeah, I didn't.
But there's no. What's crazy is there's nobody on the entire platform to call.
Could Polymarket be pricing in some risk if the market doesn't resolve correctly, like some kind of rug pull or something? I mean, it's crypto, right? My understanding is there are like 4 huge people that have dumped a fuck ton of money onto Polymarket, is my understanding.
Call him out. Nobody. They've all been banned. They've all been banned.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, Destiny should be unbanned so he can call me out is a crazy take.
I said there's no dissenting voices, and he said Destiny should be unbanned is a crazy take.
I don't know if it'll leak from this, if anybody else will come out and attack Hasan, or like if anything will come publicly for people talking about. Hasan talks about me so much behind the scenes. It's actually insane. It is obsessively crazy. I didn't believe this when I found out about this like 3 years ago. But I mean, like I keep hearing so many people keep telling me that it's actually unhinged. Like, but
There's no dissenting voices, and he said Destiny should be unbanned is a crazy take. At what point did I say that? He's drilling into his audience brain already.
Does anyone know when they deleted the logs in Hasan's Discord? My understanding is I think they fully deleted the logs 3 times in the past like week from Hasan's Discord, is my understanding.
At what point did I say that? He's drilling into his audience brain already, trying to draw this association between Destiny, knowing that his fan base hates Destiny as a way to poison the well against me.
Yep.
There has been no...
True.
I've mentioned Destiny on my channel over the last 10 years, maybe one.
Who else would Ethan be talking about here, though? When he says all the dissenting voices got banned, he's clearly talking about you, LOL. Well, I mean, it could be anybody. What do you mean? I mean, Asmongold just got a 2-week ban. What are you talking about? There are no dissenting right-wing, not even right-wing, even center-left or centrist voices on Twitch because in the past they've either gotten banned or there's just nobody there because why would you ever even want to exist in that environment when you're just constantly getting, fucking shit on by or harassed by people on the authoritarian left, the extreme left, right?
I don't recognize Ethan any longer. I'll be honest. Like who would call me out? Like right-wing shitheads? Like, what do you mean?
Well, I'm not a right-wing shithead. I'm a liberal progressive who basically had some criticism for some of the stuff you've been doing, but mostly agrees with everything you believe in. Not everybody that disagrees with you is a right-wing shithead. And that's part of the issue that we're having here.
Have you seen the Kotaku article by a friend of the channel, Alyssa Mercanti? You can't take anything that she writes about Hasan or Twitch politics seriously. She should be banned from writing about Twitch politics. If Kotaku had any values as an organization, you guys should email the head editors, whatever the fuck, whoever works at Kotaku, and just shoot them the Imager account. That Imager account in and of itself should disqualify her from ever writing about the topic. She clearly cannot be impartial about it. So I don't know why. I don't know why that would be allowed. Look at this guy. Look, watch. Look, watch him. Watch. Look, he gives me a hug and a kiss. Look. Can you give me oh my God, a big kitty. Give me a hug.
Big kitty hug.
I just wanted a hug, but then watch.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Watch. Wait.
Oh, and a kiss. Oh.
Okay, sorry. Hold on. Damn. Wait. Fuck. Why do I suck at finding links on Imager? It wasn't this long ago, right? This Destiny or Alyssa, whatever. Okay. This is the article. Twitch banned several Arab streamers following Habibi ratings panel at TwitchCon. The banned streamers include Caprice Sun, Pappy, Frogan, Rafal Ticket, Denims TV, and Vio, who is not Arab, all of whom took part in a live stream panel during day 2 of TwitchCon San Diego, where they placed popular Twitch personalities on a tier list of who could or couldn't say Habibi, the Arab word for friend or beloved. The 30-day bans were handed out seemingly simultaneously and came after days of social media dialogue accusing several Arab and pro-Palestinian Twitch streamers of being anti-Semitic. A clip of Frogan saying that she hoped American soldiers got PTSD during a live stream was shared across X, formerly Twitter, and Reddit, and commented on by YouTuber Ethan Klein and Stephen Kenneth Bunnell II, aka Destiny. Do I really need my full name here? On October 20th, Frogan issued an apology on X, writing this. It seems she was banned for the panel. It was just a hummus brand, sorry. Statements from all these. It's unclear why Twitch chose to issue a ban for a panel that took place a month ago, the contents of which the company was aware of. Kotaku has confirmed. But, okay. Anyway, there's that. The writer of this article is Alyssa Mercanti, and she is probably one of the most hopelessly down bad women I have ever seen in my entire life. Hasan tweeting, this is in 2020. This makes me harder than the porn awards ever could. Alyssa Merc. Oh. I don't know how your Friday's going, but Hasan just read my joke out loud on his stream. Yes, I'm a Hasan Piker groupie. I will not apologize for this. She's the, apparently she's a senior editor at Kotaku, by the way. I've been inseminated by a pic of Hasan the Hun wearing his new Union-made merch featuring Bernie Sanders while reading Dune. Landed in New York for a wedding, and the weather is awful. Was informed that weddings can reschedule if it's raining. This should be illegal. So are we going out or nah? Alyssa, please, I refuse to lose my friend to a gags Twitch streamer. I can't help it. Men be scared to dress, but Hasan the Hun is up in my eyes like... How's he signing anything with those sausages? BB, if you're in New York, you're supposed to tell me. BB, I'm waiting. It's Clementine, but woke. Hasan, get me on the show to break down this GG2 nonsense. Heart. Are you DEI hotties ready? Trans flag, the fire sale, get rich or die, DEI try and stream, a thon, an auction for Trans Lifeline starts now. Someone tell at Hasan the Hun. We have raised $13,000 for at Trans Lifeline, and I haven't even gotten at Hasan the Hun to notice us yet. Let's fucking go. I'll be at TwitchCon San Diego this year and want to talk to creators. Paging at Hasan the Hun. Let's get his eyes on this. I like that the entire internet clowned on this guy, but they love the version of him that's a deadbeat dad and may have stolen breast milk from the Blizzard company fridge. Hasan, I'm trying to chat with you at TwitchCon for a Kotaku story. Let's do this. Gita, Hasan is talking about you on stream at XOXO Gossip Gita. Gossip Gita? Really nice article. I'm tweeting the shit out of it. I sent you a video, Lumeo. Tom Steyer reminding everyone that he is not one of the 39 billionaires that funds Pete's campaign. Why is this dude still here? What the fuck is Boyfriend Dungeon? It's good stuff. I wrote a preview for it. Zaddy is getting cupped now. Hell yeah. Mario Party should be illegal. Hasan, let's run Halo sometime. Let me in. I'm a writer and editor at Games Radar, not just a Hasanabe head. Read my shit, adopt my shop, defund the police, trans rights. Also, my sister just got COVID and can't go to the Gaga concert she spent hundreds of dollars and dozens of hours making an outfit for. Naturally, she's incredibly upset. So if you want to send her a little pick-me-up, here's her Venmo. What? What is this FinDom shit? What the fuck? Turns out listening to at Hasan the Hun at the gym is better than my hype playlist I just PR'd leg press. Hey, at Hasan the Hun, can you weigh in on the Game Awards drip during the show today? Thanks, babe. I am back, and there's big drama apparently. Get in now. Do this, do this. Thanks, bub. I decided to look back at 2022 through the lens of at Hasan the Hun. Oh, she's even defending Zaddy in the tweets. Uh-oh, Biden sounds like absolute death. Hasan, is this elder abuse? Limfeo. Hasan, BB, we must link gamer things. She did end up meeting Hasan at TwitchCon, though.
I heard you to run.
No, yeah, we have.
Alyssa, talk.
Hi.
I heard you to run.
No, yeah, we have a couple different things that we need to infiltrate.
You're pretty busy.
Yeah. So I'm sorry
I know
for
I was
not.
gonna pick your brain about gamers and politics, but
Yeah, we can do it another time.
yeah, sounds good. Well,
Okay.
good luck.
Perfect.
You are tall. He's a tall guy.
Let's do let's go through the back route, go into Twitch Rivals backstage, go into the meet and greet that, you know, Maya and Cutie are.
Anyway, back to this. Sorry.
This is once again, he's trying to put me in the bucket with right-wing shitheads.
Not only that, but I do get fucking yelled at all the time. Who do you want? Like some fucking weirdo Nazi? Like who?
Once again, implying that I want Nazis on the platform. Literally all I said is that there's no dissenting voices on Twitch, and he's building a fantasy world in which I'm a right-wing shithead that wants Nazis on the platform to criticize him.
There's only one guy I think he means, and that's Destiny.
It's always
which
Destiny.
is crazy.
It is honestly pretty severe the way that he draws everything back to Destiny. I don't know him.
Do you plan on reaching out to Ethan? The problem is that if me and Ethan ever spoke, well, I need to not live in other people's criticisms. The problem is that if me and Ethan ever spoke, instantaneously, everybody would be like, oh, see, Destiny was mind controlling the whole time. Destiny was mind fucking the whole time. Oh, there it is. It was all him controlling the strings. Because Ethan is like a stupid fucking Jew who can't think for himself, right? So it has to be like the white American that's controlling him, that's mind raping him to hate us. Because there's no way that anybody could legitimately have an issue with Hasan unless I'm making it happen. No sane human being could ever have a problem with Hasan unless I'm like forcing them to, right?
Here, the way that he draws everything back to Destiny. I don't know him. I've never talked about him on the channel. I don't know what's going on with this Destiny thing. The only explanation I can have is that he thinks that it's just an easy way for him
to web him and not deal with any of the criticisms, yeah.
Make me look bad to his community.
Nobody. There is not a single dissenting voice with his fucking straight up radical, anti-American, anti-Semitic fucking.
Bro, I can't believe this man went from dunking on Steven Crowder to saying Steven Crowder.
I mean, it makes sense because Hasan is the Steven Crowder of the left, right? So
shit, he's anti-American, radical anti-American.
Now, instead of actually addressing a single point, he stops it before he gets there. He conjures the image of Steven Crowder, who's got nothing to do with this conversation. And he says, how did you go from dunking on Steven Crowder to being Steven Crowder? Once again, this is a crazy amount of well poisoning, and it's so disingenuous and it's so bad faith. I hope it's clear to everybody just how bad faith this is right now and how desperately he's trying not to respond to any of the actual criticism
and he won't.
that I've made.
He doesn't, and he won't.
Criticizing Hasan does not make you Steven Crowder as much as he wants it to.
Like, what's next, dude? Should I leave the country? Should I go back to my own country, dude?
Once again, putting heinous words in my mouth, implying that I want him to leave the country.
I do.
Because now that I disagreed with him, I'm a heinous right-wing Nazi.
I am.
Didn't say that. Don't want that.
I do.
Don't believe it.
I did. I
but
am.
he's
I
trying
do.
to build this image of me in his audience mind to turn them against me and to not listen to any of the legitimate criticism that I've leveled against him.
The fuck is this? This is the reason why I didn't want to watch a single fucking clip of Ethan, because I feel like I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Okay, not because I'm
Then why respond to it at all?
like escaping accountability. Like, come on, dude, come the fuck on. You think I haven't heard these fucking talking points a million times over?
If Hasan could at least just respond to the point.
He'll
instead
never
of
respond to the point. He'll just crazy make the entire time.
saying I'm Steven Crowder.
Hasan is so scared of Destiny. Holy fuck. Well, Hasan is making a few bad. There's so much. God, fuck. I wish I could just mold. I should be Hasan's manager. I could mold him into the. He has the capability to be so much more successful, but he's content with the level of. No, it's not that he's content. Actually, it's that he's afraid. His ego is like fucking his ability up to be a bigger content creator because he's so scared of pushback. It's insane. Yeah, Hasan is fighting like 3 or 4 huge communities at the moment. He's making so many big mistakes. So Asmund Gold's community is probably not keen on Hasan right now. My community, obviously, we fucking hate Hasan for good reason. Ethan's community now is roped in with not liking Hasan. And because Hasan can never disavow anybody that's in his political camp, no matter how extreme they are, there were conservatives that were starting to dogpile. I don't know how much they got onto Hasan directly, but I know that like the Frogan veteran comment was insane. And then arguably the Jews as well, for whatever the fuck they matter. So there's like huge groups that he's fighting, but it's not even so much that he's fighting multiple groups. It's that he's fighting multiple groups, and the only way that Hasan's crazy rhetoric can work as if it's contained on Twitch, because the Twitch platform, shielded by Dan Clancy and Amazon, will give carte blanche pass to anybody that does like extremist terrorist rhetoric, as long as it's like left-wing or Palestinian terrorist rhetoric or Arab terrorist rhetoric. But the second that makes it off platform, not only are people going to look at you like you're crazy, okay, there's a lot of other shit you said too that most ordinary people are going to be like, wait, what? I felt like this was one of the funniest fucking comments that I saw. Hold on, let me find this. Hasan has made so many comments on his own, like on their own, that would get him permabanned. Rape is bad. Oh, actually, this is kind of funnier. So a guy responded here. This guy says rape is bad, and a guy responded here and he said, well, if you think about the utilitarian perspective, if like as long as it's like wealthy women that are getting raped by guys, it's not really as bad. He said this, okay? And then this guy responds, there's still time to delete this and rethink your life. Okay? And then he says, wait, holy shit, Hasan said this? And the guy didn't realize that this comment, that funnily enough, typed out, is enough to get an admin removal from Reddit. I wonder if the account got admin banned on Reddit, which is even funnier.
They were at least Patrick Henry College is like doing one good thing, which is that like if you have these fucking millionaire, billionaire, WASP fail sons, at least taking them out of other colleges so they can only do date rape to other billionaire, millionaire failed daughters is like, in some respects, you know, from a utilitarian perspective, of course, a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like taking these guys and putting them in a pen with one another is ultimately getting them away from the broader society.
Teaching.
Like that's just a crazy. That's just a crazy comment to make. That's an unbelievably insane comment to make. Like, what the fuck, bro? Isn't Hasan from one of those failed colleges, the frat college? He's not projecting that he raped someone. I don't know about that, but yeah, but it's funny that like people were like, wait, did Hasan really say this? Please promise Rama don't go AFK for like 2 weeks again. Ha, how mad are you that I'm about to go AFK again? On the 24th, I go to LA to do Impact Theory with Tom Bilyeu. And then on the 26th, I'm in Nevada for a day for a canvassing thing. And then on the 28th, I'm in New York for Piers Morgan live show. That'll be fun. Any thoughts on why Sneak on Fresh Effect caught a ban too? Probably because Twitch is trying to cover their anti-Semitism bases. I feel bad. I'm not even targeting those people. Okay, I don't even know if you guys were targeting those people. Well, they were brought up a lot, but any update on the J6 vid? I don't know. It's out of my hands. They're working on it. It's out of my hands. What was wrong with your internet, bro? What was wrong with my internet? Wait, did I say this at the beginning of the stream? So I have 5 gigabit internet available for this place, and it is it's an upgrade option on the website. I was like, okay, I want to get 5 gigabit for my studio downstairs and then for up here so that I can have it helps me transfer large movie files on the internet faster. Because now that I'm working with big files for the podcast stuff, it's like data transfer and everything is important. So I call the people to do the upgrade. And then yesterday, the guy comes in the morning and he is texting me, and he says, "Hey, just so you know, your building isn't actually wired for, your building's not wired for 5 gigabit. And I'm like, oh. And he's like, yeah, so we should just like cancel the appointment. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. So then we cancel the appointment. And then I'm getting ready to go live. I'm ready to do it. And then my browser starts being weird. And then it starts logging me into my router. And I'm like, the fuck is going on? And then my internet's not working. And I'm like, okay. And then I go and look at my the modem, and I see there's like a red dot next to the broadband, and I'm like, okay, this is retarded. So then I shoot a call to the AT&T service. I am with the lady on the phone for like a fucking hour and a half. And then finally, after escalating, she's like, we have to roll a tech out to fix it. And I'm like, what do you mean you have to roll a tech out to fix it? Something got fucked up on your end at the plant. Why? What the fuck? And then a guy comes out this morning, and it takes him 4 hours, and they finally figure out whatever the fuck they needed to do. And I'm like, yeah. So I don't know if this is like a guess. My guess is that they put in the order to upgrade my internet, and then when they put in the order to upgrade the internet, they canceled the order when they couldn't, but the cancel order like ended up turning off my internet, or the order went through and they tried to serve 5 gig and the ONT or my router couldn't. I don't even know, but it was just like, yeah, are you on 5 gig or 1 gig? No, it's 1 gig, which is okay, but. Do you have Google Fiber or AT&T? It's AT&T. They said, the guy that came this morning said that the building only has Cat 5 instead of so he said the building, like the internet, which I think, can't you just run the line? Like, couldn't I run the line from the service room, from the ONT? I don't know. Whatever. Do you have 2.5 gigabit router and shit? My NIC downstairs, can you call it a NIC if it's built into the motherboard? The motherboard's internet card downstairs is 2.5 gigabits, so. Have they been charging for 5 gig? No, they only charge for 1, but. Do you have any advice for election doomers? Something that I wish I would have done earlier is, I don't know, maybe we'll do it for the next election if the United States still exists. I wish that we had a way to track who voted in my community. And then I can't do this because all of the lefty political people online are giant fucking pussy-ass babies. But it would be really cool to compete with like Hasan or Vosh's community to do like a sign up where we have like 1,000 people each in the United States, and we're going to see who can turn out like the highest percentage of people to go and vote. That would be sick as fuck. But I don't know how to track we'd have to figure out like a whole bunch of ways to do this. You have all the names of subscribers. Who voted as public information? I don't know if it is in every state. Okay, more of this.
Crowder, I'm a right-wing Nazi. I want to kick him out of the country. Just talk about what I'm saying. Can we try that?
Over. I know the fucking subreddit that you basically scraped these fucking bottom of the barrel talking points from. I know. I hear it all the time from his pathetic fucking fans that come in here and hit me with it every single fucking day. The real reason why I don't want to fucking watch these videos is because I don't want to like lean into the fucking mania that he is expressing every single damn day.
I genuinely have no idea what he's talking about. Presumably, he's once again trying to tie me with Destiny, but I really don't even know. I don't know what's happening here. All I know is he's not responding to any of the points I made.
Because I think it's utterly irrelevant in the grander point that Israel is committing a fucking genocide, that Israel is an apartheid state. And I think it's like very selfish to have a conversation about my radical anti-American views over and over again.
This is a logical fallacy that you'll see Hasan leaning on pretty frequently here. And what he's saying is because there's a genocide happening in Gaza.
It's sad because I don't know how much of Ethan's audience has been invaded by Hasan's and then corrupted by Hasan's. I have no idea, which is like the saddest thing. because he's got to turn comments off. I don't know if he's like ready to bleed audience. Like when I realize that my audience is starting to disagree with me a lot in terms of political alignment, I will bleed audience members. I'll be like, hey, oh, I noticed some of you guys think that I think this. I don't. Get the fuck out, or stay here and be fucking mad. Okay.
And my friends, an emergency Ethan Klein video is in order.
I know it wouldn't look good for Ethan to publicly do anything with you, but if you reach out on private at all, well, privately we chat a ton, of course. Why do you think I've been off stream so much the past week? I'm like scripting these fucking videos. But publicly, I mean, it's difficult to associate with him because Hasan is just going to accuse me of like mind fucking him, basically, right?
Carlson,
Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson, person who has fantasized about executing me.
that's terrible. I've never said that. I didn't.
Fuck, I accidentally rewound this. I don't know how far back I went. Whoops.
And what he's saying is because there's a genocide happening in Gaza,
Oh.
he shouldn't be accountable to talk about anything else because this terrible thing is happening. But again, I'm not talking about Gaza. I'm talking about Hasan. And he's done this. He's doing this smoke and mirrors where he's sidestepping my criticism and putting it like I'm trying to take away attention from Gaza. The truth is,
I hate this. Do I hate it? I just hate that people can't see it. I don't know what's happening, bro. I don't know what's happening with the world. I did an interview this morning with I don't know what's her name. The lady from Breaking Points. We talked about alternative media. Apparently, she's friends with every single person I hate. She's like, you talked to my one friend, the Sagron or whatever, a few days ago, and here's what my one friend, Glenn Greenwald, said. Oh, Emily, maybe. And I'm like, oh, I hate these people. Just so you know, I hate these people. She's like, oh, so Greenwald quote tweeted this article headline this morning. I'm like, yeah, that's probably the only thing he's read of it. I don't think Greenwald has ever read past an article headline in his life. Okay, it's pretty awkward, but yeah, I don't know what people are doing. I'm sorry, people are crazy. Oh, that was in response to this, because I just saw the screenshot. Him pulling up Destiny, genocide the Jews. Hasan does this too, where Hasan will be like, Destiny makes he makes Holocaust jokes. I do make a lot of jokes. I make a lot of racial jokes. I make a lot of sexist jokes. Okay, some in public, a lot more in private. I do make jokes about the Holocaust. I do shit on Jewish people. I shit on Arab people. I shit on Cubans, white. I shit on a lot of people. I do. I make a ton of crazy jokes. Nobody is mad. None of this has anything to do about jokes. Nobody is mad at you because you made a joke that they don't agree with, okay? The reason why people are mad at you is because you are genuinely and legitimately supporting terrorists, like openly, shamelessly. How Mike has almost 10K subs makes no sense to me. Maybe a few Oilers, who knows? Nobody has issues with the jokes. The issue is that you're not joking when you say this. Yeah, but I don't know if Hasan or Mike or any of his audience members. Well, I know they understand, but I don't know if any. Yeah.
is that we're smart, thinking, feeling beings, and we can hold two thoughts in our head at once. We can chew bubblegum and walk. And frankly, we all know that. And so this is a really cheap way of essentially avoiding accountability or avoid talking about anything he wants. It's very disingenuous.
Except plenty of people do, okay? Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson, Fox News.
Once again, I've talked about this quite a lot, and he's isolated one part of me saying that I think he's doing anti-American propaganda. And what he immediately does is he takes that and he associates me immediately and directly with, like, who do you say? Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson, Steven Crowder. I mean, these are all people that I despise, who have openly criticized, who I think are just a blight on this country. And once again, because I disagree with him on some issues, now I'm basically Tucker Carlson. I mean, can you believe that leap in logic?
And now your favorite, Destiny. A person who has literally told me to go back to my own country. Okay? A person who has fantasized about executing.
This is after Hasan has said, Donald Trump is going to start deporting my people. So, of course, I have a concern for him. So, my political complaints should be taken seriously. And he's like, bro, you're like how many people would Trump have to deport before getting to you? What are you talking about? He was following those stupid fucking comments. But also, who cares if I say unshit about Hasan? What does that have to do with Ethan?
Executing me.
That's terrible. I've never said that. I didn't talk about destiny. Why are you talking about destiny when I've articulated points that are very easy to digest and respond to? But he's going on about how destiny told him to get out of the country and destiny fantasizes about murdering him. And I'm saying, well, that's all terrible, but what's that got to do with me? He's poisoning the minds of his audience, trying to, once again, associate me somehow intertwined with destiny, even though I've mentioned him maybe once in 10 years. I have never talked about this man.
A person who has...
Actually, the only time I've talked about him is in the context that I used to watch him play StarCraft 2. Like, it's not even political. It's just like, oh yeah, I used to watch him play StarCraft 2, like 15 years ago.
Okay, a person...
Destiny is a terrible person, Hasan, though. It's really pathetic to watch. Yeah, covering somebody who's being unhinged unfavorably is being a terrible person. Okay, Chief.
Who has fantasized about executing me.
One of you, I don't even know what he's referring to in this comment. Have I said anything like that? I don't even know. Have I? When did I fantasize about murdering him? Publicly. I'm just kidding. Have I actually said anything? Have I said anything like that? What's he even referring to here? Yeah, did he steal my diary? Probably. I don't know. It sounds like something I could joke about. Who knows? That's why I'm not saying I never said it. Maybe he's talking about Sam Hyde. Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know.
Numerous times over, a person who...
Oh, when you said go to Yemen and sign up for the Navy. True base. Okay. What would happen in the scenario of another Trump election or another Trump term if an election happens in 4 years and his DOJ comes out saying the winner is inconclusive until they investigate voter fraud? Is there a procedure for that? Nobody knows, because any procedure would be done by the federal government that Donald Trump controls. So nobody knows what would happen.
Who has had prominent Nazi figures on his broadcast talk about killing me. Prominent Nazi figures who hate you too. Now you like Destiny? Really?
I have not said anything about Destiny.
You know what actually looks like fantasizing about killing somebody? Fuck. What was the streamer's name? Is it Shonda Black? You know what looks like fantasizing about killing somebody? Oh, crazy.
Just goes out and just says the N-word, which is not a surprise because he said the N-word on stream with his own face. Can somebody just like, it would just be so easy to just, it will save, like, solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy. This is what happens when you don't kill every single slave owner after slavery. They have children, and their children have children's, and their children have children's, and then their children have accidents that should have ended up on a sock, and it becomes Destiny. That's what you get. That's what you get. When you don't murder every single slave owner, every single Ku Klux Klan member, and they have children, and those children have accidents that should have been aborted, you get Destiny.
Sorry, I'm part of Ethan's research team, so every time I come across a new clip, he ordered me to send that to... I think it goes to somebody in the IDF, and then it gets routed through ELA, through her special ops division, so... Ethan mentioned this clip yesterday? Oh, fuck, never mind then. I'm just kidding.
It's my, it's my fault. Look at this guy, fucking Sean the Black is a socialist Hasan orbiter who literally fucking wished Destiny to die. He literally said, now listen, you don't have to be a fan of Destiny, but he literally said he should die on stream, and nothing happened to him. These people are constantly calling for violence. And now he goes, Ethan loves targeting harassment campaign. Oh, shut up!
Although I'm sort of new here. Did Destiny really say the N word on stream? I would never say that word. The N. That's a disgusting word. That's a word that only means hate. I would never, ever, ever, if you ever see ever a clip of me saying the N word, ever, that's a deep fake. I would never, ever do that. My God. I couldn't even imagine. When I was in school, I remember I got in huge trouble once because we were reading Huckleberry Finn, and every other person in class, when they would read these paragraphs out loud, they would fucking say the N-word, and it was unbelievable. And this was a good joke because I was going to end with saying it, but I don't want to take away steam from the Hasan hate wave right now. So I'll redo this bit in 1 week. Okay.
Dude, have some.
But the answer is I don't give a fuck about the N-word. I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck cares? Don't be racist. If you're calling people the N-word, it's probably not good. I don't call people the N-word unless they really piss me off and they're black. In a video game.
Oh,
just kidding.
Shut up, dude. Have some accountability. I'm defending myself. Maybe she should stop fucking talking about me. If you guys are so boogie.
Okay, we're almost done with this video. We've made it, guys, to the end.
But okay.
Fucking Sam Hyde doesn't like you either, dog.
I didn't say anything about Sam Hyde either.
Like, does he think that Ethan thinks that Sam Hyde is his fucking fan?
Once again, I don't know what's happening.
Is it true you want to be unbanned on Twitch and stream on that anti-Semitic streaming server? Can I just say how fucking hilarious it is that that my unban appeals have been getting shipped off to some fucking dude in Cairo? That some fucking Egyptian is reading my, and they're like, oh, this guy. Oh, this motherfucker. Oh, it's Eli Destiny Stein. I did read that ban appeal in 4 minutes, and you did get denied. Fuck you, bitch.
That's so crazy. That's the craziest part. Like, how do you not recognize that these people?
Is the Cairo thing confirmed? Yes. I don't know if it is publicly, but it is. Yes, that is true. That Twitch outsourced. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know you could outsource shit like that to Egypt. I always thought that shit went to like India or like Indonesia, or I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that was a thing. Congratulations to Egyptians, I guess, for having IT people now. I guess nice. I think you generally inspire more people to vote than people like Hasan. I've been an election boomer since 2016, or doomer. I hated Hillary and Biden as milk toast, but you made me realize that this specific election is more important. Yeah, one thing I really want to focus on. I wish I did more for. We should have gotten. I got so sucked into the J6 thing. I should have gotten us all to we should have spent a day on stream doing this is how you register to vote in your state. It would have been really boring, but. Bring photo ID when voting. I thought nobody in America did this. I'm voting for, I need to look that up for Florida. I'm registered to vote and everything, right? Yeah. Florida Democratic Party. That's me. Oh, we should look up the things on the ballots because I need to know what else I'm voting for, huh? You surprised Egypt terms and service is so offended by your comments on trans people? Well, no. I mean, we know that Arabs like Turkish people and Iranians are super pro-trans. That's what Hasan said. Iran is super pro-trans. So, no, that's not surprising at all.
People who fucking call for your death and have said horrifying shit about you over and over again. Now you are aligned with. Now you're reposting fucking Keemstar and shit.
That is a terribly bad faith recounting. What happened in that case is that Frogan and her friends were trying to blame the harassment she was getting on me, even though it was quite obviously from people responding to her telling vets that they deserve to get PTSD. What I was doing, clearly in my stories, was I was showing tweets from all these conservative sources showing that the harassment she's getting is from them. I in no way endorsed it at all. I showed a picture of donut operator.
We need to have a thing after we need to have a powwow after this. I wish that people would stop making stupid attacks on people. Don't lie. We don't have to make things up. Misinformation is still not cool on our side. Like, especially in this case, like these guys have done enough abhorrent shit that you don't have to lie about what they're saying. And the relentless attacks on like Frogan's appearance and shit. Maybe it's other people doing it. Maybe it's like conservatives. But like, you don't have to go down that road. There's so many other great things to attack her over. There's just no reason for it.
They're tweeting about it. Some cops account tweeting about it. Drama Alert tweeted about it, and a few others that had massive presence on Twitter and were talking about Frogan. So to say that I'm now reposting Drama Alert, implying that I'm co-signing or supporting him.
I get you're joking, but there are H3H3 fans who genuinely don't know if you enjoy saying the N-word, and that's why you're a kick streamer now. I don't like to give the honest answer because I don't want you to think that I'm giving you an answer for a different reason. The reality is I just don't really say the N-word. It's not in my vocabulary. But it's not because I'm opposed to saying it. I don't want you to think that. Because if it was a part of my vocabulary, I probably wouldn't give a fuck. So it's not that I don't say it on principle, okay? Because I don't care. It's that I don't, it's just not part of my vocabulary. I grew up playing RTS. In the RTS world, we called people fags. That was our slur way back then. If I was an FPS player, I'd probably be a prolific N-word sayer. There'd be N-bombs of me all over the fucking internet. But that's just not what we said in the RTS world. We use the F slur. My stance on slurs is that, like, if you want to like tell jokes or be funny or whatever, you can do that. But don't be racist. You can be racist with slurs. It's very easy to be racist with slurs. You can be racist without slurs. Whether or not at the end of the day somebody uses a slur, I just don't usually give a fuck. There are so many other things that I care about when it comes to looking at people's behavior. When PewDiePie dropped that atomic N-bomb on the bridge in PUBG, right? I don't give a fuck. Like, he shouldn't have said it. It's probably an ordinary, it was definitely a normal word of his vocabulary he said it, which was probably not good. But does PewDiePie hate black people? I don't know. There's no information for it. I just don't care that much. I mean, you shouldn't like say slurs that make people uncomfortable around you and stuff. I think that's true for anything, whether it's coming to, misgendering somebody or swearing in general or whatever. But I just like, for me, like, slurs are not like a huge thing that I'm obsessed with. It's just not a thing that I care that much. I just don't care that much. PewDiePie probably is actually racist, but not because he said the N-word, because of all other shit.
Is so bad faith that it could only imply that he knows exactly what he's doing. That
he does.
It's actually that bad faith.
He knows.
He's just essentially lying and doing a character assassination.
Yep. Just sending some love and money. Love in the content. Thank you, DevLab 2020. Thank you for, I need these donos, guys. They actually do help a lot because I like to take days off a lot now because I'm barely a streamer. So when you donate, it enables me to not stream even more. I'm just kidding, sorry.
What a silly, sad, pathetic state of affairs, dude. Jesus Christ. It makes me so fucking sad.
Okay, well, apparently he's disappointed and he's sad about a bunch of things that have nothing to do with me. So going back, you can see there's layers and layers and layers of character assassination.
I think I got a $200 dono. Wait, really?
Logical fallacies, and not one response to any of the points that I've actually made. And it seems obvious to me that he's trying to poison his audience against me by misrepresenting my beliefs and just straight up lying about things that I said and things that I believe. Now, this just came out. I just saw this on the subreddit, but things like this I like to get ahead of as quickly as possible because I do not want him to be allowed to set this tempo as if this is the official narrative.
Can you explain your rationale for going for Twitch advertisers versus your earlier positions? Is it because it's a company and not an individual? So one of the things that I'm realizing more and more for the conservative stuff, and this is why I'm saying we have to have a big powwow after this, because we have now, it's kind of funny now I can point back to my community has been mobilized for a big cancellation, probably I think for the first time really. And we've seen like some crazy results from the fallout from that. So now at least when people are like, oh, you guys mobilized to harass people all the time. No, we did do that once. And this is what it actually looks like. This is what it really looks like, okay? The one person sends you a mean DM that might not even be for my community. That's not my community mobilized to cancel something. This is what it looks like. I don't think it's good to make it a trend or a pattern, of course. But one thing that I'm still like toying with this. This is an idea that I've written some of this down, and it's like congealing more in my mind. I'll probably write a lot and think about this a lot when I'm flying. Is we accept that there are standards of behavior that you are expected to engage in if you want to participate in society. And when you don't adhere to those standards, you're removed from society. In the United States, and in most countries, it's called the criminal code, right? If you want to rape, murder, steal, break into people's homes, whatever, that's not okay. You have to align on those values with everybody else in the country. If you don't align on those values, your rights will be removed from you. You'll go to the criminal process, and the government can deprive you of your rights. I'm feeling more and more like this needs to apply somehow in some way to speech. That freedom of speech is an awesome responsibility that comes with a lot of pros and a lot of cons. But like any right, like any privilege, like whatever, you have to be willing to defend it. Like your parents tell you this when you learn to drive, like, oh, this is an awesome new privilege, but there's a lot of responsibility with it. Like if you want to be able to do this, you also have to keep in mind this. The idea that you think that you can enjoy freedom of speech but have no responsibility to the upkeep of freedom of speech is ridiculous. And more I'm realizing, especially with conservatives, that you cannot exist in a world where there are unequal standards on both sides. It's not possible. Which is why now, like when I debate conservatives, my goal is to just I just want to destroy you. I don't care now. We're not having like an empathetic, compassionate conversation. I'm just trying to make you look like a fucking moron because you are a moron, and you don't believe in dinosaurs. I don't know how to and then another thing is there have to be, because there needs to be, in order for people to act good, and by good I just mean act in good faith, there has to be an environment conducive to it. And the environment conducive to it means it's an environment that rewards good faith and punishes bad faith. And right now, I would argue that you have an environment that not only rewards bad faith by feeding people that, by giving money to people that provide psychological comfort at the cost of being truthful, it even punishes good behavior. Like if you want to be critical of your side, if you want to be critical of something that's part of your group's narrative, you get severely punished for it. Those standards need to change. And one of the ways that those standards change, unfortunately, is through there are two ways in psychology to is it operant conditioning? No. There's positive punishment and negative punishment, and then there's positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. So you can either punish a behavior or you can reinforce a behavior. And the punishment for a behavior is going after somebody. Yeah, like cancellation, basically. Right now, there is no punishment for bad behavior as long as you're on a certain political coalition. So if that's the case, I mean, like providing one would, and if the companies won't do it, then the mob does it, right? Yeah. But I don't know. There's a lot, obviously, that I have to sort through here because there's a lot that I have to sort through here because I need to, there's like so many ways that it can go wrong, you know? Destiny, this is a genuine question. Wasn't your strongest belief that you were against the type of behavior like the cancellation stuff? Yes, but you have to remember one thing that I've always said is you have to be attached to the outcome and not the process. The reason why I don't like the mass cancellation stuff is because it's a race to the bottom. Because as soon as people start going after sponsors, well, now every time somebody has a problem, they're going to go after sponsors. They're going to try to get you're fucked, right? It's just you don't usually want to be in a world where you're trying to target sponsors or get people banned because now everything is fucked. But the issue is, my assumption there is the reason why you're doing that, or why you're not doing that, is because if everybody kind of plays by that set of rules, then we can all fight on a more even playing field, right? I don't want to tell everybody that tomorrow for my MMA match, I'm going to bring a knife with me, because then everybody's going to show up with knives. Now we're going to start killing each other. But if I know the other guy's coming with a knife anyway, well, fuck me. I'm not going to show up and fight barefisted. I'm probably going to bring a gun, or at least I'm going to show up with a knife, right? So the issue is that we're already at the bottom, because the other side has dragged us there. And to try to rise above those standards while the other side, there is no virtue in losing fight after fight after fight, because the other side is willing to play by a different set of rules. The other side has to be forced either through government law or through corporate or company action or through culture change. The other side has to be forced to play by the same set of rules. You couldn't have a society where the law applies to one group of people and it doesn't apply to another group of people. We're basically living in a cyber apartheid right now, guys, okay? We have different laws than they do. So, but again, like everything I said, that there's like so much of what I just said that can be used for really bad purposes, but so I'll try to think about it more. Yeah, I don't know. One of the things that I thought about, but it's so cringe, like it would play out like very cringe, but it would be funny as fuck, but it would be cringe too. But also it might just be because I'm like on a big law arc because we've read so much legal shit. It would be funny to like say like, okay, well, I think that we're going after this dude's sponsors, okay? But like a sponsor requires like a digital like criminal conviction, so we have to go to criminal court for it. So we get like Turkey Tom, or we get like somebody to be like the judge on like a case, and you have to make your case to the judge and say, this is why we should cancel him. Here's the evidence. Can I convince like 6 people on our jury that we're going to fucking go after this dude's sponsors or some shit? It would just be funny to have like a formal presentation of like all the evidence, the standards we think they've broken, have somebody like evaluate. That'd be fucking funny as fuck. But it would also be a little bit cringy. I don't know. Without some serious institutional powers, can you really affect the standards on the other side is being held to, or are you just contributing to the race to the bottom you mentioned? We're already at the bottom. I don't think we can make it worse, right? I think that right now, I think it's better than it was before. I think that one side having a standard enforced against them that's stupid is worse than both sides having a stupid standard enforced against them. Because if both sides have it enforced against them, there's a better chance that the standard will change, or at the very least, the other people will change their behavior, right? My guess is, and people forget this sometimes too, remember, the goal of punishment isn't just to ban people and kick people off, it's also to change behavior. Hopefully, because I do feel strongly about this, even though it's unfortunate, but I'm guessing for you guys, probably like 95% of you do take this kind of personal, like you really are invested in seeing these streamers fall. The majority concern for me isn't actually seeing these people fall, although that is funny to me. It's that I really do dislike that Twitch has become a radicalization platform for terrorists. That drives me insane. That's my major driving hatred or my major thing is driving hatred for all this. So if it is the case that after these bans, when Denims and Frogan and all these dipshits come back, that maybe they'll tone it down a little bit because they know they'll get banned because it's bullshit, right? I think that's good. That's an improvement. It's kind of cringe as it seems. I think that is an improvement.
I must fight this at every point. And once again, if you're a Hasan fan, challenge him to do better than this. This is dishonest. And more than that, I'd like for him to just respond to one of the points I made, just directly. Anyway, that's my video for the evening. Have a great one.
Ethan's 5th video on Hasan. Wait, what is he doing?
Look!
Oh, because Elon's shit appears for everybody. Bro, this is so wild.
Oh my god! Oh
and
my
nobody's
god,
even talking about it. It's actually so crazy. It's actually so insane. God, fuck me, dude. He needs to have his... Twitter needs to be expropriated and Elon needs to be deported. Okay? This is insane. Isn't the matter also that every other solution has been exhausted? Dan has been talking with the other Dan for years. People from yeah, that's true too. Dan has sent Dan emails. I think I messaged that Dan Clancy guy like 3 times on Discord. I never got a response ever. Like,
By the
okay,
way,
whatever.
But
I'd also like, and I understand why people tie together. I don't think that this should have anything to do with like my unban either. Like that's not my goal. It's like I want to get unbanned or whatever. Like it's just this behavior is just insane and it needs to stop.
running the defense on this clip so hard. But here's a part from earlier in the panel, or later in the panel rather, where they kind of say a little too much.
I don't know.
I think he thinks it's a slur
or
ask for permission.
Ask permission. I feel like
I don't mean it in a bad way, but I feel like he just likes Sabra.
yeah.
Like I feel like
So she's saying, we don't mean like Sabra. In Jinxie's case, we don't actually hate him. We just think he actually likes Sabra. These other people, they're just fucking Jews.
Like Ethan is, if I was on a call with Ethan, I'd be, Ethan, stop, shut the fuck up. Ethan, stop defending this point, stop. Like everybody knows what this was supposed to be. It's supposed to be dog whistling. Everybody knows that. Don't argue it and debate it. Like they're legitimately saying, oh no, it had nothing to do with being Jewish. Ooh.
Or we like to call them Zionists or whatever as the insult. There's so much stacking up.
Permission? I don't know.
I think he thinks it's a slur or ask for permission.
Ask permission. I feel like
I don't mean it in a bad way, but I feel like he just likes Sabra.
yeah.
By the way,
I have an IRO friend who isn't even that online but watches Hasan, and she looked me dead in the face and called the Houthis a ragtag group of genocide resistors. Hasan is literally a pro-terrorist propagandist. Insane. Yeah. The Houthis don't even give a fuck about Palestine, to be fair. Honestly, this is kind of just like my external, because I'm not super... I need to be careful when I say this. When I say I'm not super well-read into a thing, that still means I'm more well-read than 99% of the dipshit other people on the internet talk about. Okay, I'm not super well-read into the Yemeni history. But, like, I don't even think the Houthis really wanted power, governance, okay? I think they just wanted some level of respect respect. I mean, like appreciation as like an entity that exists and could rule their shit in northern Yemen, and they just kind of came to be the controlling force there. I don't think they give a fuck about the Palestinians. I don't even think they really like Iran that much. I think it took quite a bit of bullying from Iran, and it took the Saudi coalition starting to bomb them, where the Houthis were like, fuck, okay, fuck it, fine, we'll do a little bit of fucking Palestinian bullshit because we know how much you love that shit, Iran, if you fund us with a little bit of shit. But the Houthis are not like Hezbollah, that are like, we are fully funded by Iran, backed by Iran, trained by Iran. Like, we are here to take fucking orders. Like, the Houthis are just like it's like a fucking, it's a family that's existed for a long time in Yemen, and they, through a whole bunch of other, it's like, like the Houthis they're not even huge players in like the Palestinian shit, but people are convinced like, oh, they're like so bought into the Palestinian narrative and they love, and it's like, bro, what? Hamas isn't even like that. No, I would say that like the Houthis are definitely not. Hamas is like 50-50. Hezbollah is super there, yeah. But even Hamas is not as tight. I don't think, it doesn't feel like what Iran is. Yeah. What do the Houthis gain from their merchant shipping attack? Seems like despite gaining notoriety, they're paying a steep price for it. I think they do get a little bit of help from Iran, and I think they did need it for a bit. Yeah.